Hello world, it's 9:15 in the morning. It's the 7th of January 2014. Walking home last night, I saw the bright moon just after full moon, and to its left and rising I saw a big bright star, and I thought, what's that? And I realised that's Jupiter. So as I look at the map at the moment, the moon is maybe 10 degrees or nearly a day's journey away from Jupiter. So anyone who's experiencing sunset today, you're going to see over the next 24 hours quite a spectacular light show. The moon will pass very, very close to Jupiter indeed in some 20 hours from now. So anyone over the next 24 hours should get a really interesting Moon-Jupiter conjunction. Big thank you to all the people who emailed me in for my post from yesterday. I did that post because I thought, well, I don't quite know what to say. So it was a random one about low, middling and high astrologers. I can mix it with the high astrologers. I can talk about the difference between Ptolemy, Plato, Pythagoras. I know who the good guys are. You know, the good guys are definitely people like Plato and Pythagoras, but when it comes to Aristotle, logic, rationality, analysis. Aristotle was the logistician. He brought everything down to basics. It's yes or no, it is or it isn't. And it's from him, of course, one of his disciples, sort of 1,500 years later, excuse me, was René Descartes. Cartesian theory. And of course, everyone, or many people, know of Descartes simply because he said, I think, therefore I am. And it occurred to me during my lectures, when I was doing my masters, that he got it wrong. But I said to my tutor, Nick Campion, at the time, I said, surely he should have said, I feel, therefore I am. That would have changed history. But because he said, I think, therefore I am, he fragmented, he disassociated the mind from the rest of the body. If he had said, I feel, therefore I am, we'd have had a much more unified and integrated future. So I did say this to my tutor at the time, and he said, well, I'm sorry, that's not what he said. And I said, well, the guy was obviously barking. My tutor turned around and said, well, yes, you may think so, and I'd probably agree with you. However, barking is not an academically acceptable term. We're stuck with Descartes, we're stuck with the logic and rationality. We fragmented and separated the mind from the body about 500, 600 years ago, and we've struggled ever since to reunify it. Seems to me that one of the few ways we can find a sense of reintegration in ourselves, unless we're going to go down the more, not airy-fairy or hippy-dippy, but the more holistic, integrated healing route, which only a few practitioners can do. Unless you're willing to do that, the only other way, one of the only other ways to reintegrate mind with body and soul is through dance. I often end up saying to people that the single best therapy for anyone is dance, because it blends mind, body and soul. And of course there's the dance in the heavens. The planets dance all the time. They never ever make the same pattern, not ever, which is why every single horoscope is different. There is no logic, there is no rationality to the fact that the planets do make these ever-changing patterns. But there is beauty, there is harmony, there is movement, there is love. And if you need evidence of this, go out in the dark hours just after sunset over the next 24 hours, look to the eastern horizon just after sunset, and you will see the beauty in the sky. There's a Moon-Jupiter conjunction out there. In Leo, Moon conjunct Jupiter in Leo. Do you know what? Today's a day to go over the top, to let yourself have a little bit of a party, to indulge, to put on a pound or two. Don't take risks, do take chances. Catch you later. Bye.